Hello, crafty friends. This is Amy. Welcome to my third Christmas in July video. Let's get started. And so, what I've got here is a set of 6 little wooden pieces that I picked up. I believe it was at Hobby Lobby. And I am just going to decorate them. And I'm just eyeballing things to see how it fits. The one thing with these little pieces is that it seemed like that face part was quite narrow, and so then I really wanted to look at it because I've got to put a scarf in there, and so I wanted to make sure everything was, had enough room. Now I'm going to be offering these little cuties. I've got 6 of them on Etsy, and I'm going to do $10, and that includes the shipping. And then I'm also going to include either something from my tiered tray video or one of the ornaments in this video. I have got so much stuff, I don't know what to do with it all, and so I'd be happy to give it to you. So just, your typical black and white chalk paint, and then using the end of the toothbrush, paintbrush, to make the perfect round eyes. And I debated whether to give him just a nice little smile, like, a line. But then I decided to go ahead with just the dotted, like he had a coal face. And you'll see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make a carrot nose out of a toothpick. And so there are holes in this, and the top for the hanger, and then in the middle is for that cute little carrot nose. And I used to do this more often. So when I'm putting this nose in there, the hole was just a little small. My husband couldn't find one of his drill bits, and so I had to kind of ream it out a little bit and then just worked with it, and it ended up working fine. It actually is very nice and snug. And so here I just want to make his little scarf, and rather than just put a plain, I wanted it to look fringed. So details, details. All right, so I'm just kind of pulling apart the fabric. Sorry, it's off screen just a little bit there, and folding it over because this is one of those fabrics that it's only got the one side that's printed on there. And although that's very disappointing, I still end up buying them because I just love these pretty little designs. And so we got to dress up that hat a little bit. So I'm putting a little bit of red felt on there. And then I've got some little pip berries and greenery, and we'll make him look very festive. He's a dapper little dude. Now I just wanted to point out too how I have balanced that. So you've got one side on the hat and then the other side on the scarf. And that kind of gives it, the symmetrical where it's balanced. And then we're just going to put some little buttons on, which are just black rhinestones. And I did actually have a little bit of glue on the snowman to add to it because those are self-adhesive, but, give it a little bit more secureness. There he is, and I did all 6 of them. And so these will be available on my Etsy shop, $10, which includes shipping. And there's going to be a little bonus in there. I'm not sure which one I'll pick, but I will look forward to sending those out if you choose to get those. Here is DIY number 2. Now this, I just wanted to point out, I bought this at Hobby Lobby for $3.99. You can see that this is quite a large piece of the greenery. And if I were to use it just little bits at a time like that for his little hat, it would take me a long time to use it. I actually just used a bigger piece and wrapped around this canning lid. And of course, it just makes this cute little wreath for a perfect size for an ornament. All right, and so I have this pretty ribbon that I got last year from Dollar Tree. And if you look into the video a little bit, I ended up folding that over too because it was a little wide. and finish it off with a cute little bow. Hot glue works perfectly for something like this. And it's not quite done yet. We got to have a couple more things. And so those cute little pom-poms that have, it's like, it's got little, I don't know, sprigs, or they're just kind of more full and pretty. Put a couple of those in there. And then this is just a paper pack that has some Christmassy things. I can list that in the description box. I do have some paper packs on my Etsy shop. But there it is. Pretty little joy made out of simple canning jar lid, or a canning jar ring. Here's another one for you. This is going to be super fast, super easy. You can use scraps for this, or, I did cut them down into strips and I had plenty. And just go ahead and put them all in there in the order you desire. And I just trimmed them off. Very easy to do. I also debated whether to put something on this, which you could. I opted not to. Now this one was a little bigger than I thought, but it would work perfectly for a full-size tree. Number 4 Christmas ornament. Once in a while I'll show this. I've got these scraps we had put siding on our garage. And so you can see it's kind of got that little ridge in there where it'd be faux wood looking. So put some white on there and then dry brush a little of the brown wax, antique wax. These little poinsettias I picked up at Hobby Lobby. None of this stuff is on sale, but if you wait, you may not get it. And I saw the opportunity and I picked it up. And just simply wrap a little twine on there, and I'm just securing it with some hot glue on the back. Pop on a little poinsettia. And that's really all it needs. The only thing it does need is a stem. It needs like something for the trunk of the tree. And so I know Dollar Tree has got those little pieces of branches and things. So I ended up just picking out one of those, sanded down the end so it was more straight, and then did the double where it's hot glue and E6000 so it doesn't come off. I love how that one turned out. So cute and easy. DIY number 5. Look how we're just marching right along on this video. I also got these at Hobby Lobby, these little square pieces. And then I ordered these from Jennifer, I think it's Pugh. So she is like the artist she does the very beautiful Dollar Tree calendars. And so she's actually got an Etsy shop. And I did get a set of these. And you'll see in there that there's 4 pages of those cute little, the designs. This cute little paperback I offer on Etsy, just wanting to show you what's in there. And so I just want to go along and decorate the sides of this ornament, give it some cuteness, and just using a glue stick to adhere this. And once I got done, I decided I'm going to just go do the back side of this. And here I'm just showing you that there is 4 pieces in there. I am not recalling what this cost me, but it wasn't it wasn't bad. So again, I just went over it because it didn't quite fit these cute little blocks. And give it a little border, glued that down, and easy peasy. And then those little eye hooks, I just screwed one of those in the top and hung a ribbon. And being that it's probably just pine, it went in very nicely. Pine is a soft wood, and so it went in there very nicely. That way, if it flips over, it doesn't matter. It's got both sides. Okay, we're on to DIY number 6. I drew out a mitten and just going to draw out on this fabric. Now normally I would make these out of my little felt, that felt you can get in the stores for, 20 cents or whatever. And now I realize why I choose felt. This is very cute with this fabric, but it did fray. And so I ended up putting some glue on there just to keep it from, fraying more. And so felt would work the best. This little red piece is a felt top, and I'm just securing that down. And then I'm just going to go over the entire thing with a blanket stitch. And that looks so cute. Talk about country looks, It's one of those things that just never goes out of style. I always struggle with how to start my projects, and so this is probably not the correct way. I end up, tying the strings together in the end and, or gluing it down or whatever. So if you have a better way, it's just hard to explain things, but this is the way I've kind of done things, and then I improvise if it doesn't look right. So this is just how easy a little blanket stitch is. You just thread it through and then make sure you catch that loop. And just work with it so it's at the top. And just, I love how cute that looks at the end. You can also see how short my thread was getting, so I'm tucking that in, and I did actually glue it in there a little bit. So like I said, it may not be appropriate, but it works for me. Just going to put some of the fiber fill in there and just stitching up the top. I've done that, and now I wanted to put some jingle bells on it. And when you stitch it up, put a little ribbon in there so you've got something to hang it with. I think every craft arsenal has probably got a few jingle bells in there, regardless that it isn't quite December yet. But yeah, those are just add such a fun little, decor piece to it. Okay, marching right on. DIY number 7. These are those little wood slices, and this happens to be kind of a small one. It came with these holes, so I thought, well, I'm going to use this hole. So I just put a little piece of dowel in there, and you'll see that this is going to become a cute little birdhouse. And so we just want a little white background. And then I decided to make him a little tin roof, a faux tin roof, using my both glues and for the short and long-term hold. And then these cute little wreaths I had gotten at Target last year. So add a little of this and a little of that, and pretty soon you've got yourself a cute little birdhouse. But it wasn't quite done. He needed a little sign. So you'll see what I come up with. Here I'm just trying to make it more, look more like a barn or a roof of some sort, curling the ends and kind of making a crease in it. This is one of those things I just kind of went with as I, you just do it as you go. So we're giving him a tin roof using some of my metallic silver paint. And then if you wanted to use gray and make it more dull, that's totally appropriate. Just putting a little sticker on a little bit of the thicker, you could use cardstock or chipboard, whatever you choose. I'm so glad that you could watch me make these pretty little ornaments. This Christmas in July series has been quite successful for me, so I'm very encouraged, and I thank you for, checking this out. We've got one more pretty little DIY for you coming right up. All right, last but not least, DIY number 8. We're going to do a little decoupaging. I have these little wooden pieces. I'm pretty sure I got those. They're thinner and they're from Walmart. And then this little Santa napkin I got at either Dollar General or Dollar Tree. I do not remember. But just a simple decoupage with the Mod Podge. I am just loving some of this napkin art. I've seen some very pretty stuff. So I got on Etsy and I looked, and oh my goodness, they've got such pretty things on there. So I bought a couple of napkins. So you will be seeing those in the near future. What's fun about some of these napkins is you can actually do 4 designs with one napkin. Now here's just a little bit of trim that I had, and just wanting to give it a little bit of something to trim it up with. And you gotta have a hanger. And because I'm going to send this out, I am going to make it just a little bit nicer on the back, and also to secure that ribbon from coming off. It wasn't quite done. We needed a little bow. So I got out some ribbons and I made a cute little bow for the bottom. Now don't forget, folks, that I've got those cute little snowmen at Etsy. Go ahead and check out my shop, please, if you're interested. I'll send you one of those for $10, and then I am going to, include something fun extra. I truly appreciate all your support through all this. Your comments are very encouraging. Thank you so much, my friends. And let's just look at these beautiful little pieces in one final reveal. There's that one with the scraps. Little birdhouse. Little Santa face. The double-sided one with that pretty paper from, I'm pretty sure her last name is Pugh, Jennifer. And then one of my favorites, so rustic and farmhouse. And look what you can do with canning jar rings. There's cute little snowman. We'll call him Frosty. I should have added some snow. There he is. Thank you, my sweet friends. I appreciate you so much. Bye bye.